Wrong intro, my fault.
It doesn't matter, mate. It doesn't matter. Wrong intro, wrong fucking team, wrong fucking day, to be honest. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. I hope everyone is well and keeping very, very well. I am fucking livid with that, Lucas. Not gonna lie, I'm livid, mate. Um, Before we get started, smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll get to everyone's comments, and anyone who wants to come on this channel tonight, by all means, come on. But I'm gonna say this: what the fuck was that? Like, do you know what I'm saying? And any waste man out there giving it to me is saying about you can't really bring new players in. Fuck off now, because I'm fucking livid with that shit. Absolute fucking livid with it. Do you know what I mean? Sue Fowl is too slow. When he runs, he goes fucking backwards in time, the cunt. So let's not fucking kid ourselves here, right? It was shit. I'm gonna chill, but I'm gonna fucking let loose on some of these players tonight, man. Right? I've had a fucking go. I just sat there with those Spurs fans, right, laughing at us. Fucking hell, man. Lucas, take it away, mate.
Yeah, I really don't know what to think. I'm pretty disappointed in the result, but again, there are some stipulations and circumstances that are going on, but I think both things can be right. That we played like absolute shit, and we're still learning, and it's just the first match. I think both can be true, but I don't know. I was disappointed. I think there was no standout players today. We had a handful of at most okay players, and then we besides that, everyone else was pretty crap in my opinion. Especially first half. First half was absolutely horrendous. That was dire football in my opinion.
It's fucking shit. It was fucking shit. And we're 1-all, right? And then Lopetegui decides to take off Bowen.
That
Like,
I thought those subs were so bad. They were so bad. Like I don't know. Again, I'm not a professional. I'm an armchair manager, but those substitutions to me were absolutely horrendous. Taking off your newly appointed captain, and you literally brought off probably three of our most important players today. Paqueta in spurts, but I still think he was pretty bad today, if I'm being honest. Bowen was
yeah.
okay, but you need that goal threat. And then I would say Guido Rodriguez was arguably our best player today.
He won all that, in my opinion.
I would say him and Emerson were our steadiest players. But again, I'm not saying they were great, but like, and then dropping Suchek to 6, I don't know. The substitutions made no sense to me at all. Absolutely zero.
Shit. Right? We'll get into it. Right? I'm not being funny, right? This is a new era at West Ham. Yeah? New players. Yeah? First off, the lineup. Yeah? I don't get people's mentality. Yeah? Someone fucking help me. Yeah? Because I might need fucking help. You go and sign Wan-Bissaka and Toledo, right? And they're sitting on the bench. They're sitting on the fucking bench. You got Soufal, Mavropanos, and Emerson, and they all held 70 fucking goals last year, right? But don't worry, yeah, because we're going to play them again, yeah? And let's have it right. We lost 2-1 today. We could have lost 4 or 5-1. And that is no fucking joke here, ladies and gentlemen, on this fine Saturday night. It is no fucking joke, right? Anyone who thinks that is acceptable is fucking off their head.
You know, it's criminal too, is we won the XG battle. But again, you know me, I don't give an absolute toss about XG. I think it's a load of shit. But yeah, I don't know. I said before today, and obviously we talked a little bit before the match. The only one that I really wanted to see right off the rip was Todibo. That's the one I wanted to see. All the other ones, what did I want to see them? Yes, but like I have an understanding as to why, to a point. But that's still no excuse to not bring some of them on at halftime. Like I think Wan-Bissaka should have been on at half, 1,000%. That's my opinion. But
Honestly, mate, I don't want to go over the fucking top, but I can't look at that and go and give any positives on that today. Not one. Yeah, and that's me being fucking real. The penalty, yeah, we get a penalty by a stroke of luck, really, and that's even controversial. Any way you want to look at it, we deserve to win. Like they come out the traps, they were better, they were more on it with us.
Or
You said it the other day in the preview that Onana will bully midfield, which is fucking true. Like I'm not being funny or nothing. And then there's pricks on social media saying to me, "You're being negative." No, I'm not being fucking negative. I'm being fucking real, bruv. I'm being real. Yeah, and Michael, there is no fucking positive today because we could have been 4-1 down at 4 fucking nil down at half time. Do you know what I mean? We was lucky it was
yeah,
1-0.
I'd like to say I'm kind of positive. I like to consider myself more optimistic and positive, but I don't know about today. I don't think I could tell you the positives today for me.
Right. I'm going to say this to everyone in the chat, yeah, and to you, Lucas. Right, so I'm going to put it to you first, and then the chat can follow. Name me 3 things today that was positive.
Kilman was okay. Maybe that's one. He was okay.
Kilman done all right. Kilman, what I do? I'll answer each one. Kilman done okay.
Kudus was okay. Emerson okay. Guido okay. I wouldn't consider those positives though. I mean, I don't know. Again, I'm not trying to go overboard. It is the first match, but it is hard isn't the word, but like again, you can only go based off what you see, and I don't know. I just saw shit today, but that again, I'm not jumping off the boat. I'm not sinking the ship yet, but it was shit. It was bad.
It was so bad.
We were very fortunate to be in the match, most of it. Very fortunate.
We're 1-0, yeah, and we're going to go through it. Yeah, I'm going to get Sadaddy on. Then me and you're going to go through it, and then we'll do the player ratings. Because I don't know what, I'm so fucking angry today. I really am. Because I look at the team, Antonio today wasn't on it at all.
He was really... I thought him and Paqueta were, at least first half, our worst players, in my opinion.
I agree.
I thought they were absolutely horrible. Sloppy would be the perfect word to use. And again, I'm not trying to single those two out because first half, there was maybe 3 players that were okay. But those 2 were very sloppy. Kudus on the left. I will never agree with that take. I'll take that to the grave. I don't like him on the left. I don't want to see him on the left.
Doesn't work.
Paqueta jumped in and out of the 10 and the 8, and he was shit in both, if I'm being honest, first half. I know later towards the first half, he dropped back into the 8 because I know Souček obviously gave up the corner, and then we conceded off that. And again, that he is part of the reason we conceded, but the defending on the corner is absolute schoolboy stuff, absolute elementary stuff. And then again, to me, we just were not on it today. We did not have enough decent players today.
Slow.
There's too many shit players today.
I'm sitting there with a load of lads, and the first thing they said to me is, "We are fucking too slow moving this ball around." Yeah, our build-up play today was slow, right? I get what people are saying about like certain individuals, yeah, but as a collective, this wasn't a good thing. And Lopetegui today baffles me. He really does. Like the lineup at the start, the Bowen substitution,
the tactics weren't great either. Because, like I just said, I did not agree with. Basically, Souček messed up once, and he drops him immediately, or drops him all the way up into the 10, and he brings Paqueta back, right? And Paqueta, he was giving the ball away all over the park. He was hoofing the ball up. Some of them came off, but he was hoofing the ball around like Hail Mary passes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he switched up the tactics a bit too fast. I think from what I've seen, obviously, let's be honest. A lot of people are not a fan of Souček, but we've seen Souček be able to play in that role many, many times, in my opinion. But he gave up on it way too soon, and I thought it cost us a little bit. We got lucky with the penalty.
I agree with that. I thought he was. I thought he was a bit shaky though, because I disagree with you with him.
I thought he was steady. I mean, I'll save my spoiler alert. I'm giving no one in this side a 7.
Yeah,
but I thought he was. Again, I'm not saying he was great, but I thought he was definitely arguably our steadiest player. But that's
Stay
just my
tuned.
opinion.
Stay tuned for my Sufal rating because that geezer's just done, mate. He's done. And listen, all this sentimental stuff with Vladimir Sufal needs to be chucked in the bin, ladies and gentlemen. Needs to be chucked in the bin because when I'm looking at that goal that Durán scored, fucking Jhon Durán, the man we've been chasing all fucking summer, right, kills us in the first game. Right?
That is very West Ham. But I don't disagree with you on Sufal. I really don't. But I agree. He's too slow. He was caught out of position for that. But we do not know how to cover at all. Like Mavropanos, in my opinion, is just as bad as Zuma when it comes to coming out of position and unnecessarily covering when he doesn't have to. Like, don't get me wrong, on the Durán goal, Sufal is out of position and he's slow to get back, but he was catching up, and Mavropanos just leaves Durán or Rodgers, whoever it was, and then they played the easiest. To be fair, the ball that the first touch pass they played was absolutely lovely, but it's just a domino effect. And again, Sufal is not scotch-free from that goal because it is partly his fault, but our defending overall is absolute crap. Even the corner we gave up. Souček obviously gives it away. Antonio's marking is an absolute disgrace. Kilman is just staring at the ball. Areola doesn't come out for it. He's 2 feet away from the ball. It's, again, I've said this. I don't see our defense improving at all.
I just want to say this: when you concede 70 fucking goals last season, 70 plus goals, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we conceded last season, and we've got 3 of the back 4 playing today. Are you taking the fucking piss? Because you've got to be taking the piss. That back 4 played all pre-season. 2 against the Hungarian side, 3 against Palace, 3 against Wolves, 2 against Celta Vigo. Right? You've got to start playing these quality players like Wan-Bissaka and Tobido in this fucking side now.
No matter how you split it, in my opinion, Todibo or Wan-Bissaka should have started today. Or fucking let alone, but again, hindsight's lovely, so you could say both. But off the basis, one of those two should have started for me today. But again, hindsight's beautiful, and just again overall, today was just absolute shit. And I'm gonna give it time, but I'm just judging off what I've seen today. Will it get better? I think it will get better, but it was terrible today.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. If I want time, I buy a fucking watch. Yeah, and there is no time for me. I want this geezer. He's got the ammunition from the bench. Yeah, the subs are too late for me. Also, another thing is like it wasn't good in the first half. Yeah, and we got away with it. So why was no changes made at half time? Yeah, he literally done the fucking same thing like that what Moyes done last season and wait too long for subs. So there you go. Somerville, I liked him. I liked a few others, but I'm going to get to that in a little bit. Let's get this man in. So, Daddy, welcome. What you saying, mate?
First half until he scored was absolutely shocking. Can one of you please tell me what was the difference between how we played in the first half or when Moyes was manager? Moyes could have been manager of the day. I swear, if I see Mavropanos do another hoofball up to nowhere for the defender to intercept it, why are we still trying to play hoofball? Like, that's all we did first half, is one of the center backs would get the ball and they would try a hoofball to Kudus or Bowen or Antonio. And Antonio, he should have been subbed immediately after that first goal. Well, and then later in the first half, we have a 2-on-2, and he plays the most terrible pass I've ever seen. Not even 50 yards near Bowen. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That was shocking from him. And Lucas Paqueta, another stupid yellow card. Oh, imagine my shock. Guy with no brain does something stupid.
Yeah, it was. And I think today, go ahead.
And before the penalty, he was one of our worst players. I'm sorry. The amount of times he turned it over. Terrible pass.
He was terrible in the 10, terrible in the 8.
And Suchek, terrible touch, but at the end, come on, that's the reason he's in the game is to score, and he fluffs it.
He could have scored. He could have had a brace today, if I'm being honest.
Bro, come on. And then what's it called? Imagine my shock playing 3 of 4 center backs who conceded 72 goals playing. Oh, and we still concede. Imagine my shock when we play the same defenders. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I'm just going to say this, right? Other people will be sitting there going, "You've got to give it time. You've got to give it time. You've got to give it time," and all this, right? What I can't understand today. No, hold on. What I can't fucking get today is, there's a defensive problem at our club. We all know it as fans, right? We all know that defensively we are shit, right? You go and play the same defence that has been conceding goals all last season. Now, I'm not being funny. How much drugs and drink do you have to be on to realise that does not fucking work, ladies and gentlemen, right? So you just don't go with it, right? People go, "Oh, you got to gel these players in." So what are we going to do against Palace away and Villa at home? Put fucking Soufal there and Mavropanos again.
In the transitional defending on the break is still so bad, and I can't tell you how much I hate this high line. I hate the high line so much.
It's dangerous.
I do not care what anyone says. Unless you're like Tottenham and you've got Van de Ven and Romero, Pedro Porro, Udogie, I can't stand the high line. I think it's so bad, and I don't think we're really equipped to play it, in my opinion. But I don't know. And I think today, I was going to say this. I think today, I don't want to say proved, because again, it's only the first match, but I said before the season started, I think I'd rather just throw, even though Antonio came off a good last preseason match, if I had to pick, I think I'd still rather start Fulkrug and then bring Antonio on. Right. I don't think and again, it's the first match. I'm going to say this a bunch because I don't want people to take me out of context. I don't know. In the Premier League, I don't see Fulkrug being like a very good impact sub for us. I'd rather him start and then bring Antonio on. We know Antonio is an impact sub with 20 minutes, 25 minutes left. We know what he can do. Fulkrug, obviously, he could possibly turn into a great impact sub. And again, it is only the first match, but from what I've seen today, he wasn't really involved. He didn't really get involved.
I agree, mate. I agree. Listen, I was so optimistic today. I was like, yeah. Right, went out today. I was having a really good day. I see the lineup. The lineup fucking stunned me a bit. Yeah, then you got these fucking wankers on fucking social media, literally having their say about it and trying to come at the fat man. Yeah, one thing with me is I don't talk fucking bollocks. And when we can't defend, and you can state it, you can't defend, right? Then fucking, it's obvious. We can't defend. So, it's crazy. And I agree with that comment. It's funny. Do you know what I'm saying? So, Daddy, right, finally, worst player for you?
It's between, what's it called? Antonio, actually. He was shocking. I'm sorry. And on the substitutions, the manager left him on 20 minutes too long. He should have been hooked at halftime after that stinker in the first half.
I still can't believe he took Bowen off.
No, what's it called? Yes, no, that's disgraceful as well. I understand you don't want to take Kudus off, but you just made Bowen captain. I'm sorry.
Basically, you just mugged him off completely, right?
And James, and the worst part is we're still relying on Danny Ings for goals in 2024.
Who even got the captain's armband when he came on?
Suchek, yeah. Right, so Daddy, that's enough. I'm going to let you go. I've got to get this done. Take it easy, bruv. Yeah. I'm lost for words today, mate. Honestly. Yeah, I really am. I'm fucking gutted. Right? I was expecting us to sort of come out today and really, do you know what? I was enthusiastic. I was believing the hype. And it's saying what you said the other day. It's typical West Ham. Typical.
I think we also have to pump on the brakes just a little bit and remember who we played today as well. Villa are a very good side. They're very good. They're in Champions League for a reason. But even I looked at their lineup today. I had a bit of hope that we could get something from it, but we just got to take a step back. Villa are a very good side. They're a very good side. Even though their record at the London Stadium ever since we've gone there is not, they haven't won there. They're good. They're a good side. They just are. But again, that's no excuse for how crap we played today. That was terrible.
Well, I look at it. Ollie Watkins hasn't played a game all summer other than for England.
And to be fair, he wasn't that good today, so he was a non-factor to me, Ollie Watkins.
Yeah, I know, mate. I know.
But that midfield, in my opinion, absolutely killed us.
Yeah, it did. I fucking knew it. I just knew it. Right, let's get this man and see what he wants to say. Go on, Costa, take it away, mate.
Lucas, we missed you at the pub today. It was a big turnout, at least 30 people.
Really?
I just thought about you because I was like, man, Lucas would be having a great time right now. Until Jhon Durán scored, it was a great, great time. I'm blaming Souček for everything. I think once Edson Alvarez comes in, it fixes a lot of the problems that you saw today. The man can't finish with his foot. He can only finish with his head.
He couldn't finish with both today.
He's slow. I would have put Ward-Prowse in instead of him. Another big problem is Antonio can't play 90 minutes. He should be an impact sub, but we're not ready for that. We weren't ready for Wan-Bissaka. He's come in too late. That would have helped a lot instead of Soufal, who's as slow as my grandmother. And last but not least, we're a side working in progress, and we can't be upset because this club just got underway. I mean, we have so many new players. Critical central midfielder is out. Should be back in a few weeks. I mean, Alvarez makes a huge difference. Kudus on the left seemed a little bit strange. It worked at times. He's never really played there consistently. But I don't think you can be upset at anyone in particular today because it's the first match and there's the new manager. So many new players need to be bedded in. So even though I'm pretending to have a scapegoat in Souček, I don't think you can be too upset at the result.
I was literally just about to call you out on that, but I know you're a smart man, and I knew you were going to end it off with that.
Retract a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to disagree with you, Costa. Yeah.
Okay.
At home, 5:30 Saturday night UK time. I was expecting West Ham to come out and really have a good go today. In that first half, if they would have put their chances away, it would have been 3 or 4-0 down. And that is no joke, right? They the post with Bailey, they had a chance where he had it saved. Yeah. And the thing is, my issue is not so much, well, it is the performance, but I don't get the starting lineup. I really don't. I don't get why you bring a player on when we're 2-1 down to take off Soufal, a centre half, and you're putting him right back. I don't get that. I don't get why you're taking Jared Bowen off. Like, he's the captain. He's the one who needs to be marshalling the players and everything. You take him off.
Yeah.
Antonio over Füllkrug, I think that it should have been done around the other way round. Füllkrug starts, and then Antonio comes on for the last 20. There's a lot of issues. I think Lopetegui got it completely fucking wrong today, if I'm being honest.
I don't disagree with anything you said, James. I think every single point you just made is rational, logical, well articulated. I just think that when it's the first match of a season with 8 new transfers, I'm at a stage where it's so early. I'm very forgiving, and I can't be upset yet. Now, give me 3 or 4 matches of the same strange seeming substitutions and things like that. Then maybe I'll start to get riled up. But while I think it can cost us points, I think that the gentlemanly, respectful thing to do is to ease out players that have given so much to the club, which is Antonio, Soufal, and Souček. I don't believe they belong in our starting lineup anymore, but I think out of respect, he started them. Out of respect, he gave them the benefit of the doubt because they've been here a long time.
Out of respect, he subbed Jared Bowen off.
That's weird. I'm not talking about the subs. When the subs happened, I was excited. I was confused. I didn't know. I was like, all right, I know this man loves a sub, but he's taken off the two possibly most effective players in Paqueta and Bowen. That was weird.
And I'll be
strange.
honest.
Yeah.
Somerville, he's got to bulk up this guy. He's got to bulk up quick.
Does Raheem Sterling have to bulk up, Lucas?
Mate, they are in two complete different stratospheres.
I don't think so. I think Somerville.
Raheem Sterling has more Premier League goals than Thierry Henry.
I know, but I'm talking about in the mold. He's in the mold of that player.
No,
that's what we hope him to be. And you don't expect Raheem Sterling to go to the gym and become Adama Traore, right? He's small. He's got a wicked cross on him. We only saw half an hour of him today. I thought he was excellent. I don't have anything bad to say about Crescencio Somerville. And that
I'm not saying anything. I didn't think he was terrible. I'm just saying I think he just showed his weakness today, which is he's just not strong. And again, I think well, you said it. I think you can be forgiving and critical at the same time. Like, I'm not going to let this match ruin my outlook for
I agree.
next month or whatever.
I agree. But what it seems like to me is that people won't call out things because it's the first match. Right? Like, you've got to call this shit out, like, and say this is not right. You don't sub off your captain. That's the first thing. You just don't do it. You make him captain and then you sub him off. What? That does not make no fucking sense.
That's a bit of a piss take in my opinion.
Yeah, isn't it? Like, but then you allow Souček to come on, and what makes me laugh, and this is the crown topper of it all. Before I get to Costa's final thought, before I let him go, we bring Danny Ings on. Basically, Danny Ings was really there to replace fucking Bowen. Like, that is taking the piss. Let's be real. So, like, I don't understand it. I really don't. Costa, before I let you go, give us your worst player today, mate.
I think I already said it. It's Thomas Souček. But the thing that I completely agree with you, James, as I have to drive home now, is it almost felt like an extension of preseason when he did those subs.
A bit, yeah.
It was like, let me see one more time what happens if I do this. And it's at home. It's against a Champions League side that should have been relegated 2 years ago, but that's not a problem for now.
You know what I think?
And it just felt odd. Paqueta coming off felt odd. Bowen coming off feels the most strange because, as James articulated, he's captain, and he's got our best goal and assist, totals in a decade since Dimitri Payet, really. And to take him off felt strange. But what it really said to me, it's almost an acknowledgement of what I said multiple times to the lads in the pub, which is that Kudus can play left wing for portions of the match, but you can't shoehorn him out there. He's either a cam or a right wing.
But that's the problem. That's the problem with our squad right now is you got to shoehorn 2 or 3 players, and people were.
I'd rather see Paqueta on the left.
I agree. I 1,000% agree.
Yeah, it was odd. Yeah. That's odd. Yep.
Right, I'm gonna let you go, Costa. Take it easy, man.
See ya.
Peace. Well, let's put this, man, and I think it's a late. Let's have a look. Late, what you saying?
Yeah, evening, chaps. James, I'm with you tonight. That was not good enough. I'm disappointed, and there's going to be people who make excuses. They're going to say it's Lopetegui's first game, it's a new era, it's a new team. For me, that's a load of rubbish. That wasn't good enough at all. I mean, I wouldn't play 7 new players. As you said, it's difficult to do. I would have started with Todibo, Wan-Bissaka. But the 2 players who did, they weren't good enough. And that's quite disappointing. I think out of the signings Tim Steiden's made, the 2 who've played the most, they haven't been that great. Sure, they've got a nice ping on them, but a centre-back and a defensive midfielder, they're not defensively great. And that's why we got tore apart today.
Yeah, how can I put this? Are you surprised today with West Ham, the way they played? Or are you like, just, well, because honestly, when I looked at that lineup, I was like, if we get a draw at this game, I'm happy.
I didn't think we'd play that bad. Like that was like a 3 out of 10 performance for me. That was really bad. I didn't think we'd play that bad.
I thought he was fucking awful, mate.
But sorry,
But-
Carpet, I didn't want to cut you off.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, I'm going to be honest. Who's the worst player for you today?
For me, I don't know. No one was really that good. I mean, I thought Paqueta was really poor today. I thought Guido Rodriguez was poor today. But the main thing is, I don't expect Lopetegui to instill this philosophy into the team after one game. But I expected, more pressing for us to move the ball quicker.
The press.
more energy.
I agree on
the
that.
press today was fucking shit.
I agree.
That was some of the worst shit I've ever seen in my
on.
life. I almost cried during the match how bad that was. It was so shit. Will it get better? It probably will. But there was no excuse for how bad that was today. That was shit.
I'm going to be honest, right?
That just gave me PTSD. Wow. It was so bad.
Honestly, that's a clapping performance there, because you're right. Where was the press today? The only press was my fucking iron shirt that I just
and I agree with
funny.
Carpet. Like, the philosophy and the tactics will not be instilled after one match. It will take probably 2 months, maybe more. But again, it all depends on how patient you are. And I don't know. I genuinely think the only thing right Lopetegui did today was throw the kitchen sink at the end. That's about it.
I understand that.
But again, before that, he got the subs completely wrong, in my opinion.
He got the subs wrong. Like, I'm not being funny. The press wasn't there. It just wasn't there. And I know people are saying it's a work in progress and all that, but this is our big opening game. There is people out there turning around and fucking saying that we're going to get top 4. Right? Do you know what I mean?
Top 6.
Fucking
top
hell.
8.
Like, top 10. Do you know what I mean? Be realistic. Don't be a fucking dreamer. Do you know what I mean? Because if I want to be a dreamer, you know what I'm saying? I listen to fucking some music and dream away. Final word for you, sir. Anything else you want to add on to Lopetegui's sub of Jared Bowen today?
Let it all out, Carpet.
I don't have anything against that sub. I mean, people saying Souček wasn't good. I thought Souček was all right today. I mean, he won us a penalty. I thought there were players out there who were worse. Just want to say on Tim Steiden and the window as a whole. There's a lot of people saying this was a 10 out of 10 window. We've just spent a lot of money. Until a ball's been kicked, until the season's gone, you can't say that this has been a 10 out of 10 window. I don't think we've addressed the need for our need for a centre midfielder. And it's really embarrassing that the striker who we really should have signed scored the winning goal against us today.
It's true.
So
it's true. When he come on, I tweeted it, right? I said, Jhon Durán's coming on. I'm not saying anything. Yeah. My mate next to me said, I'm having a bet on him, James. I think he got 9-1 for him to score the next goal, right? Or 9 or 10-1. It was higher. Yeah, because obviously Villa were all over us in the second half at spells. And yeah, he copped. He copped. I looked at him and I went, you lucky bastard. Right? It just always happens every single time. These players come back and haunt us every single time. Right, I'm going to let you go, mate. Take it easy, yeah? Catch up with you later on.
Take it easy, Carpet.
Do I get into these player ratings, mate? Because
yeah, I mean, there's really not much else to say. I think everyone is really in agreement. Today was really shit. You can't expect you can't expect the ideas, the philosophy, the tactics to be embedded into these players' brains after the first match or 4 weeks of training. It is going to take time, but again, like I said, I think you can be forgiving and critical. So
yeah.
And again, we always go off game by game, so that's how we do it around here.
Yeah, and that's how I do it. I look at the game, I analyze the game. The game was shit. I'm going to say shit. I'm not going to go, oh yeah, but we've got a great future. We might have a great future. But tonight, I'm pissed off because we lost. You know what I mean? And that's how I feel. So there you go. Right, let's get to this man. Areola, what you saying?
Areola. I actually think he made a few good, important saves, but there was a few times, especially the first goal, that's really poor in my opinion. It wasn't solely his fault, obviously. Souček's fault, Antonio's fault. Kilman's just staring there, looking in the sky. Areola doesn't come off his line. I'm gonna give Areola. I think a 5 is fair. I think it'd be a bit give him anything lower.
I'm going to go 6. I think I agree with you on the first goal. He did keep us in the game in the first half. Let's have it right. He sort of pushed Bailey round the side. He hits the post. They had a shot, which he saved. And let's be out of it right. There was chances in the second half. Once they scored that second goal, they could have scored another one.
I agree. I agree with chat. There, I see a bunch of 6s. I see a high 5 in there. But if that first goal, if that wasn't the one we conceded, I would probably give him a 6. But to me, that goalkeeping that's schoolboy. Like the ball is literally 2 feet away from him. I know you're supposed to trust your defenders to a point, but literally, you are the only person on the pitch that can use your hands. Go and catch the ball. He actually did that very well second half.
Agree.
But 5 from me.
5 for you, 6 for me. And chat's in the middle with us. Let's get to this man. Soufal, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean? When he runs, he goes backwards in time. Lucas, take it away.
This one's tough for me. Ratings wise, this one's a bit tough for me because while I agree that he was not good today, I thought his crossing was actually decent today. But I think again it's a mix. I think his positioning today defensively was not great, but the covering out of position from our center halves was so bad today. Like, again, in my opinion, schoolboy. Like, but again, Soufal's got to take accountability. So
what I was just going to ask this question to you as I go through these comments is why was he so inside today? And when I say inside, why was he so narrow? Like the amount of space he left it on that right hand side. This is a man that hasn't got the pace or the speed to get back every time.
I don't know. I think it's a mix of tactics. I think it's a mix of possibly, he didn't get to overlap a lot today because I think our wingers were very, very close to the touchline. Like they were hugging it. So he didn't really get a chance to overlap. So naturally you are going to drift a bit more central, but I'm going to give him a 4. I think a 4 is fair. If someone gave him a 3, I can't really debate that. He wasn't good today, but I thought his crossing today was actually good. So there's a bright spot for me.
I'm giving him a 3, mate. That's me being kind. Right, simple as that. This geezer can't defend pace. I don't know how many more times I've got to say it. Have I got to smash my face off that wall there, right, to mention it? Have I got to go up to that wall and smash my nose on it and then get all the claret in my fucking boat race? It does not make no sense when people say, yeah, he can cross a ball, but he can't defend. Right? I don't know how many more times I've got to say it. This geezer can't defend. Well, yeah. And
we're gonna have the opposite problem on Basaka plays. So
well, do you know what? But at least he's got the athleticism to get back though, Lucas.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
True.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Kane's in the house. Evening, guys. First half poor. Much better second half. Ultimately, Villa better team. I think Kane just summed it up brilliantly.
I don't disagree.
You know right, let's go to there. This man, Mavropanos. What are you saying?
Another tough one. I did not think he was good today, but I didn't. I don't think I can justify giving any. I'm gonna give him a 5. Actually, no. I think a 5's fair because the Durán goal was the marking and it was terrible. I'm gonna give him a 5.
When you say marking, what's that for the first goal?
The second one.
The second one.
Literally, like I explained in the afterthought, Soufal was out of position and he was beat for pace, but he was getting back in position, and Mavropanos just flies out, and which causes a domino effect, and which he didn't need to do. But I'm giving Mav a 5.
I am going to give him. I thought the first goal. If you go back and watch it again, right, and slow it down, Leon Bailey is that big, and he pushes Mavropanos out the way.
Yeah, but he is going near post, and he's got to mark the guy going near post, and the people behind him should be cleaning up.
True. I agree with you on that. I'm going to give him. What did you give him? A 5.
I gave him a 5.
Yeah, I'll probably go with you on that. Like, it's just like for me, he shouldn't have been starting. It's just he shouldn't be starting. He's your best third choice centre half at West Ham, in my opinion. So yeah, 5. Let's go. Let's move on to this man, Maximilian Kilman. What are you saying?
I've seen some people today say that he was a standout. I want to know what they were watching personally. I didn't think he was terrible, but standout. Ugh,
I'll tell you what my problem is, Lucas, with him. I thought his passing was good today. Passing the ball through the lines, I thought that was good. Right, I really did. Yeah, but when he's one on one with an attacker, he doesn't engage fast enough for me. Yeah, he backs up, and he allows the shot to be hit when he should be engaging on the player straight away. Now, obviously, if you're going to push the player out wide, then that's fine. But when the attacker's bearing down on the goal and Max is just backing up, and he's not engaging with the geezer, so every single time they're going to shoot on sight. So
I'm going to give Kilman. He did make a good effort for the Bailey chance when he went around Areola. I'm gonna give him a 6. I thought he was slightly better than Mavropanos, but not much.
Yeah. I'm going to go with a high 6 for me, just not a 7. I thought his passing ability was good. I thought his defending was okay in moments. But if you watch it again tonight or whenever you watch it again, people, yeah, when he's one-on-one with Bailey or one-on-one with an attacker, he backs up too much for me.
I mean, to be fair, Bailey's got pace, so you can't just go in first time every single time because he's just going to put the ball around him. It's got to be calculated to a point.
I get that, but you can't keep backing up, and then letting the geezer let loose a shot because that's what's going to happen all the time. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'll go with a high 6 for me. What's the matter of Emerson today, Lucas?
I thought Emerson was our best player in the back line. I thought he was steady. I see Kane already in the chat. I love Kane, but I'm not in the mood to really die on a hill for anyone, but I'm just going to keep it short and sweet. I'm going to give Emerson I'm going to give him a strong 6, but a strong 6. It feels kind of disgusting giving someone a strong 6 after what we've seen today, but I genuinely thought Emerson was probably one of our best players today. And again, I'm not saying he was incredible, but in terms of being steady, getting up the pitch, doing something, I'd give him a strong 6.
I am going to go with I think I agree. I thought defensively he was okay. Right, none of the goals are his fault. I think he got the.
And I get what people are saying, right? Both fullbacks are too slow. Both fullbacks, they're not great at defending.
Yeah.
We knew this when Lopetegui was coming. He plays overlapping fullbacks, and again, this is my opinion. I'm not speaking for anyone else but me. You cannot berate a fullback in a system like this for being poor defensively and not getting back when Lopetegui wants his guys overlapping literally all the way to the final third. Like there's got to be, you got to be fair. There's got to be some sort of rationale in the argument, in my opinion. So again, I'm not totally disagreeing with people saying that, but like half of that is down to ability and half of it's down to tactics, in my opinion.
I'm going to give him a high 6. I was going to give him a 7. I'll give him a high 6. We conceded 2. I know he was good.
He was the best out of our back line, in my opinion.
And that tells you all you need to know, innit? Yeah, smash the like on the video, please. It goes a long way, mate. Listen, West Ham can't win a game tonight, but hopefully we can get some likes on this video. That'll go a long way. Do you know what I mean? All right, let's come to this man, Thomas Souček. This is going to be interesting. Brace yourself, Lucas, for the comment section.
Yeah.
I don't know with him. Yeah, I think the penalty, he wins the penalty. Yeah, and we was shit. Let's have it right. Up until the penalty, we was shy. We didn't like doing anything. So you've got to give him some credit for that.
We could break it down very simple. He was a main proponent for us conceding the first goal. He won us a penalty. He had 2 pretty decent chances to score, and besides that, he didn't do much. And again, I think some of that is down to Lopetegui to a point, because again, I don't expect anyone to watch the match like me or anyone else, but literally, as soon as we gave up that goal, he literally puts Souček up the pitch. We conceded in like the 8th minute, right?
Yeah.
Literally,
yeah.
he switches it up like 15 minutes in, and it's like I don't know. I didn't agree with doing it that soon, because again, people have their opinions on Paqueta. Oh, he's so good for Brazil in the 8. Don't play him on the left. He has to play in the 10. He has to play in the 8. Blah blah blah. All I'm saying is what happened today tactically with that was incredibly wrong. So again, I'm not trying to give Souček an upper hand compared to anyone else. He was not good today.
Yeah.
But he done some good. I'm gonna give him a just, in my opinion, just a 5. Just.
I'm gonna give him a 4. Yeah, because what people were saying in the chat, even though he won the penalty, he had a golden chance at the end of the game. I mean, literally golden chance, and he should be burying that. That should be why.
The cross from Kudus as well. I thought he was unlucky. It got blocked. He took a good touch.
Yeah,
off his chest, fell to his foot. He put it on target. It just got blocked. So
yeah,
I think he was a bit unlucky not to score today. But still, that doesn't make up for really how he played in the middle of the park. Whether, like I said, if it was tactically or just his ability. So
yeah. So for that, I'm going to give him a 4. It just doesn't work. There's a lot of issues with him, and obviously we need.
I just hope we don't see that again, where we're literally changing things up within the first 8 to 15 minutes. Like,
yeah,
he literally was trying to play Souček like as a 10, like as an actual 10.
Didn't make no sense.
As like with Moyes, he would kind of just dump him far up the pitch, almost kind of like a second striker. Lopetegui literally, in my opinion, I think had him as like a 10, which is maniacal to me. So again, we'll get to that later.
I think you 2 over the bar. Let's have a look at what they're saying in here. Souček had 5 shots in the box. Fucking hell, mad mate. What did he offer in the middle? Pretty much a 2-man midfield.
Yeah, no, nothing today. He was not good.
Yeah,
but he had some of our best chances.
Come to your boy, Mr. Rodriguez. What are you saying?
Again, I'm actually surprised to. I wouldn't say surprised, because I mean I'm never surprised with this club and whoever, but I don't know. I thought he was pretty steady today. If I remember correctly, I think he made like one mistake. I think it was in the second half, but again, I just thought he was steady, nothing more. I'd probably give him a 6.
What am I going to give him? That's the $1 million. I'll tell you what, I will give him a 6 out of 10 with you, right? And I'll tell you the reason why. I thought he was okay today, considering he only played 45 minutes last week, yeah? And he hasn't had a pre-season as such. And he comes into this side.
Oh, my goodness. No, don't say that. Oh, now that's PTSD. Wow.
That is. I agree with that comment. Also, he does lack pace in the middle of the park. Right? They was just playing around us, mate, today. Like we weren't even fucking there.
But again, that is how. Again, I feel like that is to the fault of Lopetegui's tactics. And again, in my opinion, he has really got to shore that up, because just like preseason, we're getting absolutely bummed on the counter and in transition. We're just getting bummed.
Yeah, I agree, mate. Let's move on to this man, Lucas Paqueta. I'll go first on this one. I thought he was lucky to be on the pitch. If you want me to be honest, he gets yellow carded, stupid foul,
really bad challenge.
Yeah, right. And then second half he comes out and he commits a stupid foul. And if the referee's a bit more visual on the foul
of a
I
see
think
you
he's-
next Tuesday.
Yeah, it's a yellow card. It's good night Vienna. And then after that, he sort of he was in and out of the game. Like I don't know what you saying on him.
I'm not joking. This was almost Maxwell Cornet against Forrest worthy. Genuinely, he scored a goal. Thankful for it. Kept us in the match, but he was crap. He was not good today. I think he had a few good moments in terms of passes, and he did link up with Emerson one time up the pitch.
Yeah.
Or they started a 1-2 out the back, and we made our way up the pitch. I think he gave it to Kudus as well. And that was like one or two of the bright moments from him. But other than that, he was not good today. I think he's a bit lucky he scored a goal today, because if he didn't, I'd probably give him a 3 or a 4. But I think because he scored a goal, he did put in a decent ball for Souček to win the penalty. Actually, oh my goodness me, I don't know. I'm going to give him just by the skin of his teeth a 5. But that was Maxwell Cornet, Nottingham Forest-esque for me.
I'm going to agree. I'm going to agree 100%. I thought he was non-existent up until the goal. I'm going to be honest. I thought he was running around. He played one good pass in the first half, which I remember the ball over the top. I think Emerson was getting in. After that, he scored the goal, and there was not a lot from him. Second half, he comes out, and that is another yellow card. That is. Like, I'm going to be honest. That's a yellow card on offence. And if the referee's a bit sharper on it, I think he gets like sent off. And after that, I didn't really see much of him, mate. So I'm going to give him a 5.
In today, for me, just people that want the Paqueta, Alvarez, Kudus midfield, I think today is literally a perfect example as to why I don't think we can trust this guy playing as an 8. Even after what I saw today with Ipswich, I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that against Ipswich the way they played today.
Yeah,
I would not be comfortable doing that. But like I said, some of it is down to Lopetegui's tactics, and some of it is down to Lucas Paqueta just being a bit careless. And I thought he was way more careless today when he was playing as the 8. And I will say this to the day I die: Lucas Paqueta needs another person behind him with Alvarez or Rodriguez for him to flourish. And that's just what it is, in my opinion. So 5 for me, just
5 for you. Moving on to this man, Mr. Jared Bowen. He wasn't in the game today. He was quiet. I understand that. And people will probably agree that it wasn't his best game in a West Ham shirt. I know he only played 45 minutes last week, but so did Rodriguez. But you do not sub him off. You do not sub this man off, right? I don't care if he's only played like 10 minutes. This geezer is the captain. He could score a goal and he can make something happen from nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get why you are looking for a goal and you take off Bowen, and then when we go and concede, you bring on
that was a perfect opportunity as well for us to try Bowen through the middle, Kudus on the right, Somerville on the left.
Yeah.
Because again, the way we were playing today, we weren't really trying to actually, I'll be honest with you, I don't know what the vision or the mission was going forward today. So I don't know if we were trying to have our 9 with the back to the defender, lay the balls off, trying to get him behind. Yeah. So really, I would have just tried that. But yeah, I agree. I think it's a bit of a piss take that he subbed him off. But
well, Michael disagrees with me. He says, disagree, James, clueless. Well, I'll tell you what is clueless is you don't sub off your fucking captain, right, in the first game when he can score a goal out of nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll get the reason why Paqueta went off, and I'll get the reason why other players went off.
And you know what? It was actually, no. Like I said, it is a bit of a piss take that Bowen got subbed. But you don't take off Bowen, Paqueta, Rodriguez all at the same time. That's terrible in my opinion. But I'd give Bowen a 5 today.
I agree. It's a 5 because he wasn't there. But I just feel that you just don't take him off. But we get to Lopetegui on this one. I really will. Let's move to this man. I've got to be honest. I'll go first. I was quite impressed with Mo today. He was trying his hardest. He was doing.
He's got to be the strongest person I've ever seen on the ball at this club.
I agree, mate. He can. He done a bit of skill in the second half where he controlled the ball, first touch, kicked it over the geezer's head, and then played the pass down the line. I think it was for Bowen to run onto. I love Mo. I really do. And the only thing with him is I don't want him to be shoehorned into positions for the sake of the team. I want him in a proper position, either as a 10 or right wing or an attacking midfielder, but not on the left. I just don't believe the left works. I really don't.
And again, that I mentioned it earlier. I think that's the problem we face with our transfer strategy a bit is we've got so many good players now. And again, it feels nice to have that problem now because we typically never have a decent amount of players, especially options off the bench. But I can't stand Kudus on the left. And it's not him. Like, it's like, in my opinion, Kudus is an 8 out of 10 player when he's on the right, borderline 9. On the left, I think at best he's a 7. At best. I thought he put in a few good crosses today. No matter what, he's going to carry the ball well. He's going to be strong. He's going to use his pace. But he just is not as good on the left as he is on the right. And I think he's a complete different player. Some of his qualities show in moments out on the left, but he's just different gravy on the right. And we've got to figure out a way to play him in the 10 or on the right. There's got to be a way, and I've said it for time now. I think Paqueta, I'd rather see him out on the left, Kudus in the 10.
Yeah,
but again, that's just my opinion.
I agree. I really do. What you rated him?
I'm gonna give him. People are saying 7s and 8s. I can't. I'd give him a strong 6.
I'm gonna give him a 7, Lucas. I thought he was a trier from start to finish. 1, he pumped up the crowd. He's geeing up the crowd. 2, his strength, his ball control was decent. The only issue I've got with him at the minute is when I need him to sort of let fire with shots. Some of his crosses were a bit mystical today.
That Rabona cross was so lovely.
Yeah, but then there was another cross where he crossed it. It's gone straight out for a goal kick, and I was like, "What are you doing?" But one thing I will say with him is you can't fault his effort or his commitment to his club. You really can't. I thought he deserves a 7 today. He worked hard, and I agree with that comment from WHU 58. Could have 7. Worked so hard. His lack of support from others. He should be playing down the middle. I agree on that so much, mate. I think if Mo picks the ball up in that 10 position, turns and runs, people start backing up against him. And on the left, I thought Cash dealt with him in an attacking threat.
Oh, you got to feel bad for Matty Cash today. He had to mark Somerville and Kudus today. Poor lad.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Right, we'll go to this man, Mikel Antonio. I don't know what to say on this one because obviously Mickey, in my opinion, we've signed a striker, but we've gone back to the old guard again for some reason, which I don't really get. What are you saying on this?
He was really bad today, and I'm a huge Mickey guy. I'm a Mikel Antonio defender.
Yeah, you are.
But he was just really bad today. Like, he was sloppy. And I just don't think the tactics and the game plan worked out for him today. But whenever he did get the ball, he was just really sloppy. Really sloppy. I think the best thing he really done today was on like 1 or 2 counterattacks, he released the ball to the right guy. That's about it. I'd give Antonio again, it's a hard one. This is a hard rating to swallow because if Paqueta did not score, I would have given Paqueta a 3 or a 4. And I felt the same way with Antonio today. So I'm gonna give him a 3. I thought he was really bad today. Really bad.
I'm gonna give him just a 3. I mean, it's lucky it ain't a 2. He can't hold the ball up. He does some good little things where he was running with the ball or running like to try and get onto the ball and he was trying to press to a point. But I'm going to be honest, this is more on Lopetegui than it is on Antonio. Antonio shouldn't be starting. Borkle should be starting.
I think it's a testament as well to Villa because I just don't think literally nothing worked today. Like we tried getting in behind.
Agree with that comment.
The strikers tried holding the ball up a bit. It did not work.
Yeah, it didn't work at all. And I felt sorry for him to a point. And I agree with that comment. I was going to go back to that comment from Mike. Yeah, that sums it up brilliantly. He needs to come off the bench, right? With an Antonio coming off with 20 minutes to play or 15 minutes to play, that is not bad. Like, them defenders will be tired and all that. So I just don't understand it today. I really don't. So I'm going to give him a 3 out of 10. Right, we move on to the subs. And we go Crescencio Somerville, Lucas. What are you saying?
5.
Yeah, I agree. 5 out of 10. Forkrug.
4. He was non-existent.
He had that header, didn't he?
No, that was Ings.
That was Ings, was it? Yeah.
And again, that 4, the 4 sounds harsh, but I only say that because he literally just was not involved at all.
Yeah. So. I don't think he had enough time. Ward Prowse.
This is a bit of a weird one because I didn't think he was very, very basic in the middle of the park. He didn't do a bunch, but I thought he put in some great corners. That set piece towards the end, it was a great ball. It ended up falling to Mavropanos' foot. Didn't do anything with it. So I'm going to give Ward Prowse I'm going to give him a high 5. Actually, no, I'm changing that. I'm going to give him a 6.
Well, I'll give him a 5. I think he's done some good stuff, but that's what I expect.
I just think the corners, the delivery, like every ball he puts in 95% of the time, if someone gets their head on it, it should be going in. And I thought that's what he did today, but I don't disagree with a 5.
Mr. T.
What he come on with like 5 minutes left, 7 minutes of stoppage time. 5.
Yeah, I'll give him a standard 5. Danny Ings.
5.
I'll give him a 4. I thought he was like Forkrug. I know you've got the header.
Yeah, no, I'll give him a 4.
Yeah, there's nothing there. Let's go to the ref.
I actually didn't think he was that bad today.
Bit stop-start in the first half. Not gonna lie, like little niggly fouls and
I'll give him a standard 6.
I'm gonna give him a high 6. The reason why he didn't send off Paqueta. He booked Paqueta, fair enough. He gave us a penalty, which is fair enough. That benefits us. But Paqueta could have easily been sent off by another ref today. He really could have done. And that tackle he put in, if the referee is involved more with the build-up of play, then I think he gets sent off. So give the ref a high 6. Right, we move on to the final rating of the evening, and it is Julian Lopetegui. What are you saying about this man? Because I think he got it completely wrong from start to finish.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go on a tangent. I'm gonna keep it a bit short. The lineup. I really, again, and this is just my personal opinion, personal preference. He should have started Wan-Bissaka or Todibo today. So for me, Todibo should have played. Wan-Bissaka should have bare minimum came on at halftime. I thought taking Jared Bone off was a complete piss take.
Right.
Especially him, Paqueta, and Rodriguez all at the same time. The subs were crap. I don't know what the vision or the tactics were today. The only thing I can really applaud him for is throwing the kitchen sink on at the end. So we tried, but I'd probably give him a 4. It wasn't great. But again, I think it will turn around, and I hope it does. But just off this match alone, 4 out of 10.
Yeah, well, we work on a game-by-game basis. I don't work on like the future because I can't predict it. But I'm going to be honest. I'm fucking livid with that today. I really am. First off, the lineup. and I'm going to say it quite calmly because I've let out all my anger now. The lineup made no sense. Like going with Sufal and Mavropanos when you got Wan-Bissaka and Tobido on the bench. I don't get that one. I really don't. I'm sorry, but if you're going to bet a player in, you bet him in now. You don't bet him in at Palace away or Manchester City at home. You bet him in now, yeah, and you
At
get
least one of them, for Christ's
yeah,
sake. One of them.
right, and you go with basically defenders who have played in pre-season, right, and played all pre-season and they've conceded goal after goal after goal, yeah, in pre-season. Now people say pre-season doesn't matter, but I watched every fucking game and they could not defend then, yeah. So the lineup wasn't right. The start of the game wasn't right. For 30 minutes of that game, we was completely dominated by Aston Villa. Now, Aston Villa are a good side, but so are we. So are we. We're not mugs, and we've got good players in our ranks. We weren't pressing enough. I could see him again. Like I said, every time I've done these videos, that he was going berserk from the sidelines, which he was. And up until the penalty, we was getting completely like dominated by Aston Villa. Like, and it really could have been a complete fucking embarrassment today.
I still don't know how we won the XG battle. That is a shock to me.
Yeah, right. So we get to half time with him. This is where I'm a bit lost with Lopetegui. That first half was unacceptable, complete unacceptable. And then you come out second half and go with the same fucking team that was shit in the first half. That does not make no sense. I'm sorry, right? It does not make no sense to me. Like, you can't be that bad in the first half, get away with it, and then second half come out and go with the exact same team. So that's that after at half time. Then we are 1-0. It's key into the game, and the Bowen substitution, yet again, is one where I look at it and I think, what are you doing? I'll get the Paqueta one, I'll get the Rodriguez one, I'll get both of them because Paqueta's on a yellow card and Rodriguez had played, and it is what it is. But Jared Bowen's the sort of player that it only takes a moment for him to kick into gear. Do you know what I'm saying? And then when you are trying to get back into the game, you're chucking on Danny Ings and hoping Danny Ings is going to save the day for us. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It shouldn't have been like that in the first place. So for that, I'm giving him a 4 today. I think from start to finish, he got everything completely wrong. Yeah, there wasn't pressing enough. I think individual players played their part, but Lopetegui himself just completely fucked it up for us, if I'm being honest. And that's my honest opinion on that. Anything else you want to add on, Lucas?
No, I'm gonna keep the faith. I know we sound negative, but again, we're only just basing it off what we saw in the match today. I do have faith it will get better. The tactics will improve. The players will get more bedded into the tactics and philosophy that Lopetegui wants to play. But and I think the most important thing today, I think we just need to take a step back and realize Villa were good today, and they're a good side. So, I mean, we had our chances every match. There's always chances, but I think Emery just out tacticked Lopetegui. Their midfield was completely better than ours. And we had no answer for their defense. We just could not break them down, really. So,
see, I agree with that comment from Colin. James, we need to pay Tobido, Kilman, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka for we need them working and gelling. I agree. Like, I'm not being funny, and I think we've lost the game today. What have we learnt about our defence other than they can't defend? Like, we've learnt fuck all about Tobido, we've learnt fuck all about Wan-Bissaka, and it just, for me, he got it completely wrong. Now, to round this video up, because I'm going to be honest, I'm really pissed off with this result. I really am. Is now what is the changes, Lucas, for Palace? Because for me, there has to be serious changes now.
For me, after what we saw, I don't know how we can't. I think we've got to. Again, and I said it in the beginning, I'm a rational person, so I understand why Lopetegui went with the lineup he did today. Do I agree with it? No, but I understand. Yeah. And again, I'm going to be rational. Bare minimum, I think Wan-Bissaka has to come in. Has to come in. But if it was my personal preference, I would have Tadibo and Wan-Bissaka in. So
Right.
I think that has to be done. We have got to again. The midfield situation is a mystery because until Alvarez comes back, or even when Alvarez does come back, we don't know what our best midfield is. It's going to be match-to-match basis, in my opinion. And Palace have a good midfield. Decore is no mug. Adam Wharton is arguably the next 100 million pound player in the midfield. We got to go up against Eze, Daichi Kamada, who diced us up 2.5 years ago, 2 years ago, whatever it was. And Jean-Philippe Mateta, who had an absolute field day with us last season towards the end. So, yeah, we've got to make changes. And I think I would like to see Fulkrug come in off the basis that I'd rather Antonio just be the super sub.
Yeah.
And again, this is all personal opinion. I would like to see Paquetá on the left, Kudus in the 10.
Yeah. For me, to round this up, there has to be wholesale changes next week. If I see Vladimir Soufal starting in South London, I will fucking lose it. I mean, literally lose the plot, because you know full well this geezer can't handle pace and he can't defend. So he has to come out, Wan-Bissaka in. I think Mavropanos has to come out. Yeah, I want to see Tobido in this side with Kilman now. Absolute now. And you know what? It needs to change. Yeah, if they don't need bedding in. These are professional athletes who do this for a fucking living. Get them in the side. Let them learn on the job. Right? We don't have time for these players to bed them in. Because what do you do? Put them in against fucking Manchester City? Like, no, you don't. You put them in against Palace or Villa. Well, he hasn't done it against Villa today, so he's going to have to do it against Palace away next week. For me, Antonio has to come out. Fulkrug straight up front. And I think if you're going to Palace and you're going there to try and win the fucking game, you go with a two-man midfield. And I would love to see Somerville in this side. I really would. Do you know what I mean? Somerville on the left, Kudus as a 10, Bowen on the right, centre forward up front, and then have Paquetá and Rodriguez as a two-man midfield. But I would take that, Lucas. I know you might not agree with that, but
I wouldn't.
we need to win fucking games. And at the minute, well, our creativity level was shit.
I just don't think we will win with that, and I think it could potentially be worse than what we saw today. But again, after today, can it get worse? I don't know, but again, I'm open for any suggestions after what I've seen today. So
yeah, I agree. Will says here, yeah, you didn't beat Villa's high line once. Like, that's mad with the speed of Kudus and Antonio. It's true. Like we've got Antonio, Kudus, Bowen even to a point, and none of them got balls over the top or down the sides for him to run onto. So, you know, is what it is. Right, that's us done, ladies and gentlemen. I want to apologise for my emotions at the start of this video, because I'm so fucking angry tonight. I really am. I'm really looking forward to the start of this season. But at the minute, all I'm seeing is a mirror of last season. It's literally a mirror. Yeah, I think we've got the talent, but we've got to get this talent in the side right now. Yeah, always bedding in period. Yeah, and all these buzzwords need to go out the fucking window. We ain't got time for bedding in and gelling and all these bollocks. We need them in the defence. This is a defence that held 70 plus goals last season, and they need to be in there now, not later. So that needs to change. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to E20 Zone TV, and hit that notification bell. Me and Lucas will be back probably next week, but I will be trying to get a few lads on for pre-recorded videos that I'm going to release. Like, get a few fan cams on from different lads who are part of E20. If you want to come on E20, this is anyone who's out there right now, DM me on Twitter or TikTok, and you can come on here, have your say anytime you like. And that is it from me. I'm going to go and chill out with a glass of JD and sit there and contemplate today's defeat. Lucas, what are you doing? Are you doing anything?
Sulk a bit. I don't know.
Yeah, sulk a bit. It is what it is. Right, that's enough from us. Take care of yourselves and each other.